Welcome back to AeroFLYhub Podcast, the show where sky-high dreams meet down-to-earth science. Today, we're rewinding the propeller back to the very beginning. The day humanity stopped watching birds and decided to join them. This is the story of how two bicycle mechanics from Dayton, Ohio, built a flying machine and changed the course of history. This is the Wright way, how flight began. The year, 1903. The world was lit by gas lamps, powered by steam, and carried by horses. The idea of a heavier-than-air machine flying was still laughed off as fantasy. But somewhere in a quiet bicycle shop in Dayton, two brothers, Wilbur and Orville Wright, were sketching blueprints that would ground those laughs. Permanently. They weren't rich. They weren't university-trained scientists. They had no backing, no investors, and no one telling them they could do it. And maybe that's exactly why they did. The Wright brothers were obsessed with birds. They watched how hawks adjusted their wings mid-flight, how pigeons tilted to turn. Wilbur once said, "The bird is the wordless professor of flight." They realized that control was the secret, not just lift. Many before them tried to build machines that lifted off and promptly crashed. The Wrights wanted to fly with control, to turn, climb, descend and land safely. Their breakthrough? Something called wing warping. They twisted the wingtips of their glider to roll left or right, just like birds do with their feathers. This was revolutionary. Most inventors thought the key was brute force. Bigger engines, more thrust. The Wrights focused on balance, stability, and elegance. Think about that. They made wings flex to steer a plane, and they tested it the old-school way, building kites, gliders, and taking a lot of sandy faceplants. In December 1903, the brothers transported their latest flyer to the windswept dunes of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. It looked like a big box kite with a motor, canvas stretched over spruce wood, struts, wires, and two hand-carved propellers. The engine? Just 12 horsepower, less than a lawnmower today. But it didn't need to be powerful, it needed to be smart. They had no control tower, no parachutes, no simulations, just intuition and a headwind. December 17th, 1903, the wind was strong. The sand was cold. Orville lay face down on the flyer's lower wing, holding the controls. Wilbur ran alongside as the wooden rail track ended. And the flyer rose. 12 seconds. 120 feet. The first powered, controlled, sustained flight in human history. It wasn't far and it wasn't fast, but it was everything. So why did the Wright flyer succeed when so many others failed? Because it wasn't just about power. It was about control. The Wrights built their own wind tunnel to test 200-plus airfoil shapes. They refined their propeller design mathematically. They treated flight like an engineering challenge, not just a dream. They flew because they thought differently. They iterated. They crashed. They got back up. And they did it right. From that windy beach to the skies above every continent, every airplane today owes a little something to two brothers with a bicycle shop and a big idea. Their legacy, not just the machine, but the mindset that even the wildest dreams can fly if you're willing to test, fail, and tweak your wings. Thanks for soaring through history with us. On our next episode, we're cracking open the engine. Suck, squeeze, bang, blow. How jet engines work. Subscribe, leave a review, and as always, stay curious and keep looking up. This is AeroFLYhub Podcast, signing off.